What's going on, guys? Jerry with another epic video. Today, guys, what I thought I would do is we'd go through some of the cards. This video is mostly going to be tailored towards new and returning players, just to kind of help you guys, be aware of some cards, that can help you break your opponent's boards. A lot of these you guys see me use in the live stream. Some of them you haven't seen me use, but I'll be definitely putting some of these in some of my other decks and testing them out. I've already got some ideas of how I want to use some of these cards that I'm going to mention in today's video. If you guys think this video is helpful, or if you guys have any questions or comments, please let me know down below in the comments and below. Let me know if you feel like there's any cards that I left out of the video, maybe that you like to use to go through and break your opponent's boards. But we're going to be diving through some of my favorite ones today, guys, and go over why they're important and why I think you should have them in your Yu-Gi-Oh collection, just so you can kind of use them, whether it's in your main deck, your side deck, or maybe it's in the main decks that you play, or maybe it just goes well in one of your decks that you need that helps to break your opponent boards, essentially. So if you guys are getting frustrated, maybe you're having trouble breaking your opponent's boards, this is the right video for you. So we'll go ahead and dive in. We'll just kind of go through these one at a time. Let me kind of move. There we go. So kind of the first one, guys, we'll go through some basic ones first, and we'll kind of increase it as we go through. I figured we'd start with Dark Ruler No More. This one's one of my favorites, but I've got it last, as far as last in the list of this one, because the reason being, right, is it negates all your opponent's monster's face-up effect that's currently on the field. But the downside with this is, right, is they take no damage this turn, so that's a major issue. So if they have their deck has high recoverability, like Drytron would be a perfect example. Unless they really bricked, which more than likely they didn't, because that deck's it's very highly unlikely that it does, and very rare when it does. More than likely they're just going to be able to rebuild their board on their turn. So the Dark Ruler is not going to help you. It's going to buy you another turn, but you're going to have to get something on your board to stop them from going, essentially combo for decks like that. And also, if they resummon any monster cards, like if they happen to bring anything else out, like back from the grave or something like that, those monsters will still have their effects and things like that. So Dark Ruler wouldn't cover that if they bring something back, or a special summon during your side of during your turn after you've already played Dark Ruler. So just kind of keep that in mind. The next one that I would bring over would be Effect Veiler. This one's really good if you can kind of chain to something that you're already doing, like maybe you go OV and then they go trying to go Appaloosa. Appaloosa is the word that I'm looking for. I'm drawing a blank. Sorry, guys. It's been a long day. I filmed the video that I uploaded before these back-to-back, so I apologize. I just want to make sure I got these out to you guys in time. But basically, yeah, right, let's say you go OV for, Overraptor for the dinos. They go Appaloosa, you go Effect Veiler, things like that. Or maybe they've got something else. Maybe they've got Savage, Boarload Savage on the field, and you go Effect with whatever you got on the field, then go Effect Veiler to stop it. They at least going to have to use another negate to get rid of that. So you're getting rid of 2 negates at once. So even if it doesn't break their board, right, it's forcing them to get rid of 2 negates. The next ones here are the... I've got Book of the Eclipse I'm going to start testing. I want to test it out on the dinos. That's what I got the idea to kind of test this card out in, because it flips all of them face down, and they would keep me from having to use Conductor's effect. So I want to test this out with the dinos and see how it works, because I'm going to get rid of all their stuff anyway, before they get to draw the cards from it flipping back face up at the end of the turn. But this is a good one maybe for dinos. I can't think of any of the deck off the top of my hand. Listen, it's something that's good against defense monsters and stuff like that. But I'm going to test it out on the dinos, guys, and see what I think. The other ones, too, right, you could use, like, Book of the Moon is another one, right, flip it face down to stop their effects, or stopping them from going combo, like if you're going first to stop your opponent. Or, like, Book of the Lunar Eclipse would be another good one, right, you can discard a card. I'll put pictures of both of them up on the screen as well, guys. Book of the Lunar Eclipse, right, you can discard one card, target 2 face-up monsters on the field, and change them face down defense position. So any of the basically the Book of cards, like one of the 3 of them, I would consider checking them out to see, if that might be something, good for your particular deck. We'll kind of leave the others here as we go through the video. The next, I would say, is the Kaijus. It could be really any of the Kaijus, depending on what your deck. Maybe you're using one of the dinos, so like the Dino Kaiju, or just maybe you want to mix your deck. Maybe you've comboed your deck with a portion of running like a Kaiju engine in here as well. So things like that, guys, maybe something you want to kind of explore. So you can basically, what you can do is tribute your opponent's monster using this. So you can get rid of their Dragoon, their Phoenix Enforcer, their Appaloosa, all these big, boss OP monsters, their Zeus, things like that. with that, and then continue to go combo. My next one on the list after that would be Lava Golem. Lava Golem is basically exactly the same. The only difference this is we can get rid of 2 monster cards our opponents control. So they have to have at least 2. So we're going to tribute 2 of their boss monster cards and bring out Lava Golem. So that's another good one as well. If you guys aren't familiar with Lava Golem. Alright, this one you guys hear me talk about all the time, and it's in most of all of my deck profiles. Underworld Goddess. I love Underworld Goddess, guys. She's so good. I love using her because she's made with 4 monsters, right? And you can use the 5th one as your opponent's monster. So you can pick any monster they have on their side of the field. So you get rid of their main boss monster, and then when she's summoned out, then what you can do is basically I can negate all the my opponent's monster card effects that they currently control. So basically you can use her effect, negate it, and then she also has a once per turn where she can negate monster card effects that activate in the graveyard. So she's really good as well. So I love using her. She's a good floodgate to kind of get things going. I use her a lot of times to come back out of almost impossible situations in a lot of deck that I can combo through to spam monsters out. So if your deck does a lot of special summoning, you definitely need to look into adding Underworld Goddess to your collection. Another one of my favorites, of course, guys, and I'm pretty sure everyone's favorite is Zeus. Zeus is a little bit more affordable now. I think he's like 15 or 20 bucks. If you haven't had a chance to pick one up or get one out of the Megatons, I would consider trying to purchase him, guys. I can only see this card, continue to going up in value. Luckily for me, I pulled 3 of them out of the Megatons, and this is my original one that I pulled. I think it was out of Phantom Rage. Phantom Rage is what this come out of that unboxing video. Also, with that being said, guys, too, while on that quick note, I'll do when we hit the 1,000 subscribers here on the channel, I'll go away in part of the giveaway that I'm doing. There's a Zeus in there, there's a Crossout Desert, there's a lot of good stuff in there as well. I'll do an update video like I mentioned in the previous video too, so you guys can see what's in there. But it's got a lot of good stuff for someone returning to Yu-Gi-Oh! Or just even this plan that will help you guys out, whoever wins the grand prize once we hit 1,000 subscribers. So definitely consider following the channel, guys, so we can do that giveaway here soon. But right, Zeus sends everything, guys, so he doesn't target, he doesn't destroy, he just sends. So that allows you to really bypass a lot of cards like Dragoon, Phoenix Enforcer, because Phoenix Enforcer is not being destroyed, and he has to be destroyed in order to get his effect. Now, it's different if they chain his effect and they destroy himself. That's a different story, but if they've already, maybe they can't use his effect because you've negated it or something like that, and then you can just Zeus it, then that would be fine. But that's a really good one. The last one that I saved is probably the one that's the most OP and really known overall, guys, is Super Poly. Super Poly is probably the best one other than like Lava Golem and the other ones that I've mentioned here so far in the video is Super Poly, because there's so many different Super Poly targets, and they're making more Super Poly targets that you can just kind of use this general stuff that you can literally use like your opponent's boss monsters. They can't respond to this card's activation, so they can't negate it, so it's going to instantly go through. So there's no way they can negate this card, so the card automatically goes through, and bam, you take their boss cards and you turn it into something else. So like, for example, a lot of the best ones are out right now. I'm not even going to try and pronounce his name. But he's made with 3 dark monsters, guys, so he's really good, so that's really good. I brought some of these so you guys could see them. Maybe that you're not familiar with them, so you can look them up and look into see if it's something you'd be interested in. Starting Venom Fusion Dragon, he's really good too, guys. He's made with 2 dark monsters. Darks are very popular, and they're always going to be popular, so anything that you can get that's going to fusion with darks, very good. Right, you could take their Dragoon, Anaconda, and stuff like that they're going to end on. Bam. Same thing, Predaplant, right, Fusion Monster, Dark Monsters, still same thing, essentially. Another good one too, my Dragon of the Swamp, because he's made with 2 different monsters with the same attribute but different types. So he's always been a really good Super Poly target. But these guys, these would be the cards that I would recommend. Definitely consider to add into your collection and looking into. If you're having trouble playing the game and your opponent's playing all these unbreakable boards, these are some cards you may want to look into adding into your deck to help break those boards to make it go insistent. If there's any other videos like this that you guys would like to see, or any other tutorial videos or tips, let me know what your thoughts are down below. But I thought this would be a good introductory one. Hopefully you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please let me know down below in the comments, because I like to know if these videos are really helpful for you guys, or if it's Maybe I should have took a different route with the video, if that makes sense. But if you guys made it this far of the video, I definitely appreciate your love and support. If you guys are new to the channel, definitely consider on subscribing and following the channel so you can, you don't miss out on more epic content like this. If you guys haven't already liked the video, please make sure you like the video. It really does help out the channel with us being a smaller channel. It really does help, show the video to newer audience to help us getting closer to reaching that 1,000 subs is our goal. I really do love and appreciate everyone's love and support, guys. That'll do it for this video. And I appreciate you guys, and I'll catch you in the next video.